Welcome back to another retro review, horror freaks. I am your host, the Strange Monkey, and today we're going to be talking about Bride of Re-Animator, the sequel to the 1985 cult classic. Bride of Re-Animator is directed by Brian Yuzna, and it stars Jeffrey Combs, Bruce Abbott, Claude Earl Jones, Fabiano Udenyo, David Gale, Mel Stewart, and Kathleen Kinmont. The film follows Doctors Herbert West and Dan Kane as they attempt to create a living woman from dead tissue. Now I'm going to get into the likes. I do like the idea of Herbert West trying to experiment more and, take this to a higher level with this re-aging and reanimating bodies. And he decides to try messing around with body parts, different body parts. And the practical effects in these scenes are really good, and they look so legit, and I was really impressed by that. And as I said, he is determined to achieve his goals no matter what. And Dan is still struggling with the loss of Meg, and it's so obvious. And Herbert uses this in order to persuade him to help him continue the work, especially when they start to create the bride, the person from scratch. He knows exactly what to say to Dan to get him to stay so they can continue. I must say, as far as dislikes, the continuity in this film, in the opening scene, when it comes to the lack of explanation as to how West is alive and all the stuff that went down at the Miskatonic University. How is he alive? What happened to Meg? Did they get arrested? What's going on? There are a lot of unanswered questions, and unfortunately, the opening scene that they had in mind for this film answered everything, but it was cut in favor of a different scene that shows Dan and Herbert in Peru in the middle of a war 8 months after all the crazy shit went down. So that's how they know the character of Francesca and her association with them. But I really wish we had gotten that opening scene. As far as acting goes, everybody did a pretty good job. Jeffrey Combs and Bruce Abbott, their chemistry is on another level. They disagree so much, and yet they are still friends and they get along for the most part. And Kathleen Kinmont did not get a lot of screen time, but she mostly appears in the third act, and her role in the film is important. She's a key character in the film, and she knocks it out of the park in that third act. And of course you have Fabiano Udenyo, who plays Francesca, who's the love interest in this film. The chemistry she has with Dan in this film is very believable, and I enjoyed her performance in the film. And you've got the lieutenant that's after Herbert and Dan. He's just having a lot of fun. And the same with Dr. Gruber. Not Dr. Gruber. Damn it, what is his name? Dr. Graves. He is forced to assist Dr. Hill in getting his revenge on Herbert West. And David Gale just had so much fun. You can tell. It was a damn scenery buffet, and he was chewing on everything that he could possibly find. He had a lot of fun in this movie, you can tell. Just the way he would laugh, and he was trying to come after Herbert, it was good shit. But yeah, overall, Bride of Re-Animator is a very interesting concept. The plot was very interesting, the performances were great, the practical effects were top notch. There's just a lot of fun stuff in this film. I really enjoyed this movie. Not as good as the original. There's something that it's lacking when you compare it to the first one. The first one's a masterpiece, but this is a very solid follow-up, and it's a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it. I honestly recommend the entire trilogy. I hear there's a new one coming out. There's already a trailer for it, and it looks okay. So who knows what'll happen. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you're a fan of this franchise, let me know in the comment section below. Which is your favorite Re-Animator film? Let me know. Be sure to like this video if you enjoyed it. Follow me on all my social media platforms. And subscribe and click on that notification bell so you won't miss the next video. And if you want, check out the previous video. Maybe you missed it. Who knows? You might like it. But anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching and have yourselves a good fright.
Warning! Warning! Warning!
Strange monkey
is the future.
Strange monkey
Is the future.
Strange monkey
Is the future.
Strange monkey